Recording. What's up, you man?
Doing? It's been quite a bit since we've last done this.
It's been 1 year,
Really, but that's
and
uh,
even before this recording, we were talking for about a good 20 minute ronies. Just
what we're gonna do because we like planned nothing out.
yeah, like literally the night before, I was just getting
Relax.
thumbnail images and
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm trying to think of ideas of what we could talk about. And the
hmm
only idea I could think about, I'm gonna save that for whenever there's a blank point.
Uh,
When
okay.
yeah,
Okay. But I was relaxed. Like I wasn't even thinking that we are gonna do this ever again. But
yeah.
then you messaged, hey, what time tomorrow? Or you messaged me this morning actually. Or I saw
Yeah,
the message. Like, guess I'm doing that later today. That's
yeah,
like a week before school starts.
yep. I remember, I think in our last episode, I planned to do one during spring break or the summer, but during spring break, I just had to do stuff basically every single day. And now in the summer, I don't think I've interacted with a single person for like a good, no, not a single new person.
Single new.
Yeah,
Wait, what
since
is?
like June. Like in terms of all the people I've spoken to this summer, it's already been people I've known.
Got you.
I've only
Well,
met like one new person. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just like, yeah, it was just,
I don't. Yeah, kind of the same for me. I
yeah,
don't talk to like anyone new that I've met, just
exactly.
because everyone else has their own group of friends going into middle school. Unless
Yeah,
you're new, you're like moving in, but like everyone has their pre-made friend groups. It's kind of awkward to intrude or to just insert yourself there. So
exactly.
I've been sticking to my solid few friends, but I have made like a really good friend, like
Hmm.
Sam. I made him a promise that if I could make, I think, state in powerlifting, he'll treat me to all you could eat sushi. I was like, hell
Oh,
yeah.
we got to do the thing where whenever we're talking about a new person we've probably never talked about, you got to describe what they semi look like.
Okay. Uh, big, not like fat big, but like tall, big, muscular, and white. He would always wear a hoodie.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is also, yeah.
Yeah.
He has like pretty short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he seems like a very cool guy too.
Yeah.
I just walked past you guys in the hallway at the end of seventh period. I just see you guys talking about like Roblox guns or something. I'm just like, I don't think I would have, but yeah.
No, but like, what's it called? Uh, my seventh period this year, I had like a love hate relationship. Like at first I hated it because of how much the teacher talked, but then I grew to like actually love the teacher because of how crazy the stories were. And I met two people. One of them was Sam, of course, and then this senior, his name's Dylan. Another huge guy, kind of looks like Sam, but except of short hair, he has like curly hair and a slightly darker skin tone. And then he was only there for like the first semester, and then he moved.
Yeah.
And then even for that first semester, he never showed up to class.
Did he just like switch classes or something?
No, he was like in attendance. He was in the class, but he would never show up. And then like apparently the coach of powerlifting could like write off where you were in the weight room, and that would count as your attendance. But it got so bad to the point where like he got a letter for like I think something a court appearance for
Oh,
not going.
yeah. I think if you miss, I want to say like 20, 20 something days, or not, you're not miss 20 something days, but you're late to school for a total or in a row of a certain amount of days, I think your parents and you have to make a court entrance for like the reasoning behind it. Because I think they're just trying to make sure the child is safe or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
No, but he didn't have a good reason. He just went to the weight room. And this classroom set up so it's groups of 3 students per table.
Yeah.
And I have a third person. And it was only me and Dylan. And for the entire first semester almost, it was just me sitting by myself while I was watching every trio or duo talk to each other and be happy. I was like, that's tough. And I'd look at Sam and then we'd make stupid things to each other and write notes to each other during class.
Bro.
But the teacher doesn't care because he's chill like that.
That's
And
what
I'm too old to see.
that's what we used to do in Mr. Joe's class.
Yeah. So, no, you would have to walk across the entire room for Mr. Joe.
Yeah.
He could just throw me a piece of paper really fast.
Yeah. I don't even think I could do that just because my aim's always been bad. I would
No,
just
I think I catch.
you cut out.
I can't catch.
Yeah, so we both suck at our own things.
Yeah.
But at the start of the school year also, oh, I completely forgot to say my plan about like the next previous episodes probably, but
Mm-hmm.
if it just ends up going this way, it's whatever. My plan is that this first one, episode 20, big 20, crazy.
Is it
We,
actually?
yeah, we only talk about the first half of school, either including winter break or excluding winter break. Actually, no, yeah, let's include winter break. And then the episode after this will be like 20.5 or just 21. And then it'll be everything after winter break to now.
So should I only talk about pre-winter break?
That's yeah, that okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be the game plan.
Okay. First semester.
Yeah. And then that was back to the topic. That was kind of the same thing with me where at the very beginning of the school year, I was like I just thought I'd be so cooked because in basically all my classes I didn't have a single close friend and there were only people I knew and people that knew me and that was about it. But I guess at the end of the day, it was okay because I still had my lunch period with a good amount of the people. E-Man got a different lunch period. So that's the part that kind of sucked. But
I'm
yeah,
not. I spent most of lunch periods just either in the weight room again because my period right before lunch is weight room, so I just spent most of my time there. Or I went to the library because I also didn't feel like eating school food, and I
yeah,
was didn't feel like packing the day before. So, yeah.
yeah. I feel like that was the only thing that would have made the school year like 10 times better is if E-Man also had our lunch because we basically had everybody in our lunch, maybe except like 2 or 3 people, and that was E-Man, Fook. I feel like that was about it. Other than that, lunch was basically perfect. I ended up meeting so many new people just from like people already knowing people that were like a grade or two above us. So when we were in elementary, they knew people from high school that just kept knowing people. And then from there, that's how I just eventually knew a really like a good amount of people. Maybe only like yeah, I only knew one senior and like a handful of juniors, a good amount of sophomores, and then mostly freshmen. But I don't know. Now that the school year is over, looking back on it, it was okay.
It was all right. It
Yeah,
was mad for me though, so many new people to talk to, and
yeah,
then all from different schools. So
mm,
that middle school beef you had with some people, you just
yeah,
had to. And then back to lunch, right?
mm-hmm.
You said Fook wasn't there. I couldn't talk to Fook at all because he already had his own group of band people.
Oh,
And I was like,
exactly.
and I couldn't approach them because they all didn't like other non-band people joining them, and I was
Exactly, bro.
so awkward to just walk up and say hi to like the one or two people that I knew
Uh-huh.
every so often, just because like this, if I did, that entire table would like turn their head in unison, synchronized and everything to me. And I just had to walk away awkwardly as they kept staring at me.
Mm-hmm. No.
So yeah, I couldn't hang out with him. That's why I just spent lots of the time just like on my phone or in the weight room.
Mm-hmm. See, hold on. I'm gonna describe Fook real quick because I'm pretty sure we have before, but I don't remember. So Fook is just an Asian guy, 5'6", middle part, short back hair. His style is just like neutral colors basically, and he goes to gym pretty often. So he has a pretty decent physique, and maybe I feel like 15% body fat's a lot.
Yeah, okay, you're getting too much detail. You're like going into his anatomy at that point.
Okay, my bad. And his average heart rate is around 80 to 90. But
Blood pressure 50 over something.
that's basically what Fook looks like. But my whole point to that, yo, this is like the third sidetrack from the original. It's whatever. I'm just gonna continue. Fook is a band kid. I feel like during major points in a school year, for example, lunch, I guess it is reasonable if you absolutely know no one else. So you hang out with, people people from band. Cause I'm pretty sure the band class periods have so many people. I definitely feel like people that did band in the past now for sure definitely had a few people they know in their class period. But just like if you mostly hang out with people from your class, band class, you are a band kid. You're not a kid in band.
And I loved how he always did like the stereotypical band kid, but he was like, it was on purpose.
Yeah,
Not like,
he was joking around it. Like that's not actually him.
yeah. That's why I always found him funny, because like you could tell that whenever he would switch to his like stereotypical performance
Hmm.
rather than his actual thing.
Exactly. But that's like the only good part. And then the other band kids that were in my other class periods, when I had like them in more than one class period, I always noticed them talking to only band kids, and then they would only talk to other people for like a group project and never talk to them again. Now, I'm not saying that I don't do that, but whenever I have to talk to people slash work with them for a group project, we're usually like friends afterwards
Uh huh.
because we basically just spent a whole week together just making an A for school. So of course we're not just gonna just pretend like we don't exist anymore. Like from that point on, I'm occasionally gonna talk to them and whatnot, shenanigans like that. But it was always those people from band that I would notice just always going back to the people they know. So I would never really see them making new friends in a way. Do you get what I mean, man?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
What's it called? For me, at least, I feel like I had a good eye for like talent and how smart people act. Because I feel like smart people or extremely smart people, they have this like
Oh yeah, they have an aura, bro.
they have an aura exactly, and
Like,
I feel like I was really good at spotting that because at, like the second the school year started, I was like, shoot, I gotta be friends with them. I need to hedge my bets and like pray that they accept me as one of their own.
I did that too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It worked for science class because I was really bad at biology, even
Uh-huh.
though it's not that bad. But
Yeah.
that's what I did. I'm like two really smart but also like antisocial ish people.
Mm-hmm.
They carried me the entire way, and I'd like the really easy questions I would do ahead of time, so it looked like I contribute, even though like they could have solved that so much faster than it took me to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
that there's the whole reason that I'm passing.
that's basically what I did. Although like the only people in my science class I knew weren't exactly friends, but by the end of the school year we were like actually friends. And they just carried me throughout the literally the entire school year. And the one time I actually tried by myself on a test, no cheating, no nothing, I barely passed
Oh,
comparing to like a B or A. Like in the beginning of the school year, I tried my absolute hardest and I had like a 60 overall average. But the moment I started cheating and also learning, because, I wouldn't just take the answer and skedaddle on with it. I would like look at the answer and try to figure out how they got the answer. And that eventually got me smarter. So on our like very, very last test in science, when I took it, I passed like with a B. So I got like an 80 or something like that. But it was kind of suspicious, I think, from the teacher's perspective. In the beginning of the school year, 60, 50, middle of the
not
entire school year, all A's. And then very end of the school year, I got like a B.
locked in.
Yeah. I think,
I could
I
all that.
think, frick, man, I forgot what I was thinking. But yeah, that was probably the one class where I had to really rely on smarter people than me. And yeah. Okay.
That
Off of the sidetrack, back to the main road.
yeah, I was about to like keep
No,
going.
no, no. We gotta cut this off.
Okay.
This is already probably actually no, this isn't even our longest sidetrack. One of our longest sidetracks just started from the beginning and it went all the way to the end.
I remember like going how to like how grenade. Did you know grenade launchers
Yes,
are
no, that's what I was just thinking about. I was about to say it was something about guns and then it went to something completely different.
no, yeah, they're legal.
Hey,
I remember
you could stop. You could stop. You could stop.
like you
I think I remember pretty clearly, and if other people have seen that episode, you just mentioning that, they probably remember also now.
shit was
Back to
weird.
the main road. In the very beginning of the school year, when I first got my schedule and I didn't know any of these people, had to make new friends, do all this stuff. Only good part was lunch, but can't remember. Oh, yeah. Right before high school, when we were selecting out our classes, me and two of my other friends, Matthew and Chase, they were on the podcast before. They talked like we all wanted to do some sort of class together because we were probably like the three closest friends at that time out of the whole friend group. So we all picked culinary, and
Did that go for you?
it honestly like the class in general was good. Jacob's brother, Andre, which looks nothing like Jacob. I think we originally described Jacob as Maui. Jacob's older brother, Andre, is nothing like that. He's more pale, not crazy pale, but a little bit more pale. Has glasses, basically only wears casual wear like sweats, PJs, those types of stuff. And he only wears white Crocs. And he'll only wear closed toed shoes during cooking in culinary when it was like a mandatory wardrobe for safety reasons. And he was like the only person I kind of knew. But the only part that kind of sucked after the first week is when we realized the three of us we all had different culinary periods. So I was first, Matthew was third. I want to say Chase was like fourth or sixth. But
Oh,
we literally only planned that class because we wanted to be Ratatouille, and some other random girl in science last year said, "You guys are gonna be the three blind mice."
That's
So
well. Can you cook at least now?
I've been able to cook. I just learned how to cook from my mom. So in Intro to Culinary Arts, I literally learned almost nothing. The only thing I learned was
You got this. Would you?
um
It's like whenever your mom asks you, "What'd you learn today?"
yeah. The only thing I learned was I can't remember.
Uh,
I actually can't remember. I guess the
that's
only thing I got out of it is that you should wear closed-toed shoes when you're working with a knife, but just don't drop the knife,
oh really? You sure?
and that's about it. Just don't put it on the edge of the counter. Like, I don't know why anyone would ever do that,
You're like
but
that kind of common sense. You're
yeah,
like,
I mean, it was an experience for sure, especially because my classmates, they were interesting for sure. I could tell half of the people in that class were only in there because they didn't know what else to pick. And those
okay.
are like, they were like the people that would go to college for a sport, but because, wow, that was kind of a weird stutter. But because they have to major in something to be active in the sport, they just choose business because business is the easiest thing to do.
Is it actually?
Yeah, that's why towards the end of the school year, I keep always referring to the end of the school year, but it's whatever. Towards the end of the school year, on like some of the TVs around the school, they would show like images of people graduating and what colleges they were going to. And someone pointed out, "Hey, isn't that guy going to play football for so and so college?" I said, "Yeah." And then she said, "Why why is he majoring in business then?" And it's just because it's the easiest one. I don't know what you do in business that makes it so easy, but I guess it's basically nothing.
Wait, no. I kind of want to say it now because
What?
we're already on business.
Yeah.
I accidentally got signed up for like this club called Future Business Leaders of America. Even
Mm,
though like what I want to do is like medical stuff,
yeah.
I got signed up because like the person in the leader of the club like wanted to start a club and she needed people.
Well,
So
now you could be Dr. President of the world. So,
no, don't say that. No,
okay.
that we can reference.
You get it?
Yeah,
Yep.
unfortunately.
Yep. I don't even get the reference. So,
What? Oh,
Dr. President of the world.
it's like from that one, like you know
The
the
only th-
two Asian brothers,
the
that one
what?
show, the two Asian brothers show.
No.
I forget. I don't know what it's called.
The only thing
Don't
I
worry
could
about it.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'll say the only thing I could think of is like a really old episode from Amazing World of Gumball. And that's about it. Where I think one of the characters was trying to become Dr. President of the world. I think. I don't even know anymore. But that was another sidetrack. Um, I don't know. That was about it for my like first week of school impression is that this was really gonna suck just because I would have to make new friends, this and that. But I guess it all kind of worked out in the end because I got that haircut from Fook, right?
Hmm.
So I went from a side part, a really long side part, where most of my friends' parents thought I was a girl.
Oh
And,
yeah. Um,
dude, I don't
and
like, huh?
yeah, he called you a girl,
Who?
or
No,
my
you,
mom called you.
yeah. Yeah. I realized I really needed a haircut when I went to IHOP with my grandpa a couple of years ago. And the dude, I said, "Can I have another knife or whatever?" Because it dropped. I don't even know. I just asked him for something, and he said, "Oh yeah, no problem. Yes, ma'am." And I was like, "Damn, I need a haircut." But it didn't even help, anyways, because I guess Fook cut it too short, and I still looked like a girl. It was just a,
Not, I mean, like more people could tell that you're a guy now.
yeah. I mean, now, yes. But when I first got the haircut, I don't know, dude. I don't want to say the reference I'm thinking of because I don't want to have to take down this video in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna keep that to myself. But
What's it
eventually, by
called?
the
I need
times, huh?
because like, I normally have. Well, now I have my hair like spiky
Yeah,
going up, but now it's gotten to the point where like it goes up and a bit to the side, and it looks ugly like that. So I need to like cut it decently short, and I don't want to be. I don't know if I should get it now or later, like before school starts or after.
I think you should get it now. Because even if it comes out a little worse than you think, it still has about a week to grow out, which doesn't even seem like a lot, but that's just a week less during school that you have to deal with it if it looks like butt.
No, I always just like adjust my hair to how like to make it look all right. Like it can. I don't think my hair could go bad. It can look bad, but it can't always look perfect.
I get it. But no, yeah, actually, that's understandable. That's like
Yeah.
just what I did though. I got my hair cut by. Oh yeah, I got a new barber. Cause
So
Fook gave up on me after like the second cut. He said, "I don't want to do this anymore." And I said, "Why?" And he just said, I just don't want to." And I said, "When would you want to cut my hair again?" He said, "Never." Yeah, you would have to give me like $20. I
no,
said,
that's not.
and I said no. And he said, "How is that not reasonable?" Because he's already cut my hair 2 times in the past. So if I pay for this third one, that's $20. That makes it less than $10 a cut. And he tried to make it his point, and he was saying how he should have charged 30. But I was like, no, I'm not paying you either way. And he said, okay, then you're not getting a haircut. I was like, damn. So I had to find a new barber, and
No, what's it called? My barber. I used to go to sports clips, right?
what? That's kind of crazy.
No shame for saying that, right? I used to go to sports clips, and now I go to like they used to charge $20, right? They charge $20 for a haircut,
Yeah.
no matter. And then I went to this Asian place,
Yeah.
and then they also $20. So I was thinking, why get a almost shitty haircut for 20 when I could do a pretty good haircut for the same price at
Exactly.
an 80s like across the street. So yeah,
That
that's my barber. My new barber.
understandable. And now I
What's
wasn't saying that $20 isn't reasonable, but $20 by someone that's only ever cut hair twice is unreasonable. Usually, I feel like people that are trying to become barbers, when they practice on people right, they just give it out for free. Because, if it turns out bad, it's like whatever, at least it's free. But the only problem is that Fook has ever only cut his own hair and my hair twice. So I feel like paying 20 buckaroonies for a third time is very unreasonable. So
I guess.
coincidentally, I think this is also in the first half of the school year. Yeah, it was. When I ended up meeting these like just basically a whole new group of people. And in that group of people, I ended up meeting someone named Jovina, and she's a very short Filipino person, and she's
uh,
like,
it's Filipina.
I'm gonna over
Like
exaggerate. I'm
girls
gonna say she's 3 foot.
are Filipina.
Huh?
Filipinos are boys. Filipina is girl.
I'm gonna over exaggerate and say she's 3 foot, but yeah, that's
It's Mel like
basically it. And that was my new barber. I literally just asked her if she could cut my hair. She said yes. And towards maybe like winter break, it was either winter break. Yeah, it was winter break ish. When I just went to. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I just went over to a friend's house. Like, there were 3 of us. It was me, Jovina, and then a new friend, Nathan. Mexican. And yeah, no, he's basically just Mexican. Yeah, that's the only description you need.
that's the only like major detail about him is the fact that he's Mexican.
Mexican. Yeah, I can't really think of much describe. Oh, he has really long hair. Like he has hair that goes down to his shoulders and it's wavy. So if it was straightened out, it'd probably be longer. But his natural hair actually looks really good on him. Like the middle length and everything. He plays soccer also. So yeah, no, I think Mexican's all of the description you needed.
What's it called? Am I if I send you photos, would you be able to show them or no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of Mexican, right?
Stop, stop,
No,
stop,
this
stop,
this
stop.
fire
E-man, I'm gonna let you think about what you're gonna say before you
food
say it. So I'm gonna keep talking for a little bit. I'm gonna let you ponder on what you were about to say, okay?
about food,
Oh, okay.
right? You know, like I was going or my older sister,
Yeah.
she was with one of her friends, right? And then I was going out one day or with Rachel to like pick up some stuff and go thrifting for a bit,
Hmm.
and then like, we decided what we wanted to eat, and it's like, oh, my friend, she found this really good Mexican place, but like it's in a shady area, and yo, the tacos and like everything there, it was so good. Like
Uh,
I ate that for like a solid 2 days straight,
we're, tr-
just because like
we're
the
trying to
no,
ration it out. Oh, yeah, I could show this for sure.
it's massive, right? The serving portions are massive,
Yeah.
so I was able to hand it over the next 2 days.
Uh,
Oh my gosh! Every single time I ate it, it felt so good.
okay.
Like that alone made my day better.
Hold
And
on.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
all I want to say about Mexican.
It's on screen right now. First image is like a burrito, some toppings on the side. These are tacos, beef, rice. This looks really good though.
It is. It is. But like the restaurant though,
Mhm.
like whenever you enter it,
Yeah.
broken glass on the floor,
Yeah.
and there's like a random pool table with a single light above it, and the entire restaurant is like decently dark. Like how would you think like how a stereotypical movie like mafia places like how that dark feeling to it
That's how it looked.
that's how it felt, right?
Uh huh.
And then I had Rachel, my older sister, told me, "Yo, remove your jewelry, just in case." I was
Ain't
like,
no way, bro.
"It was." I didn't think it was like that deep, but I guess it was. But yeah,
Okay, I feel like
they know.
you. No disrespect to you, but I feel like you should have told Rachel, give me all your jewelry, because I'm taking a line from like the comedian Fluffy about his son saying how he would get kidnapped, and then Fluffy would say, who would kidnap a 300-pound teenager? Like, who's gonna pick you up? So I feel like if you just put all the jewelry in your pocket and you walked around with your arms like super flared out, no one would mess with you because what are they gonna do?
No, because who wants to kidnap a big guy? Like, what do they have? They probably spent all their okay,
They
right?
what?
Nothing. I'll stop.
You cut out really big, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think it was for the better.
I think it is too.
Okay.
So yeah. What's the next topic? I had something,
I
but
guess
then I
I'll yeah, I guess I'll just continue with my haircut thing. I just asked her to do it. She did it basically perfectly how I wanted it the first time. And I want to say about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I asked her to cut my hair again. In the moment, it looked perfect. The moment I got home, showered, I noticed my left side was like a good bit longer than my right side. And it was like so off, kind of. I always have to like fix my hair every like 10 minutes, or else it just all naturally starts going to my left and the side part starts coming back.
Wait,
And
so why do you like not go to like a place for it?
because I don't know what haircut I want ever. But I guess now, if I really wanted to, I honestly could. Because even when I get my haircut by Jovina and she just says, what do you want? I just say something like last time I just told her if I could have some more texture and layers in the back and around 1 to 2 inches off of everywhere. Cause like every time I get a haircut, that's the image I want. I just want my exact haircut shorter. So by the same time, in about 2 to 3 months, it'll grow out to the length it's at right now. And it'll be time for me to get another haircut.
Uh huh.
So it's not like I'm one of those people that'll go into a barbershop and get like a different haircut or a different style every single time. I've probably only ever had like 3 hairstyles in my entire life. And one of them was basically throughout all of elementary up to around third or fourth grade. It was just like, Asian 101 haircut where it's kind of like a bowl cut basically. And from then on, I started growing a side part only in the front. And then throughout my entire middle school, I let everything grow out. So my hair was down to my shoulders and my side part. If I straightened it all out, it would have probably went down to like my collarbone. And then from that, that's when Fook gave me my middle cut. And then I just let that grow out even more. So now my haircut is basically the same length it originally was, where it's basically down to my shoulders, but it's kind of only the back. I have a middle part mullet, which when other people showed me images, it's basically a wolf cut, bro. The haircut I have right now is basically a wolf cut. And I didn't even realize that until someone pointed it out. And it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I would have ever imagined me getting a haircut like that. But it worked out because at least I look better than with the side part. So,
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every single time you get a haircut, I never noticed.
exactly. Because I only get 1 or 2 inches off. No one
Which
ever
seems
notices.
like
And that's okay. What?
1 or 2 inches. That's no, like not even joking. That's a lot.
Mm,
For, but I don't know. I just never noticed it.
exactly. I think only ever really during the school year when I got like my one haircut, only one person noticed, and he wasn't even a close friend. It was
It was
Nathan that I made friends with in my PE class. He just said, "Hey Alex, do you have a haircut? Did you get a haircut?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Oh, I could tell." And then from there, I said, "What's wrong?" And I guess I've been trying to style my hair in a really weird way that in the back of my head it looked like I had a bald spot.
but why?
Because I guess I was trying to make the middle part go from literally the top of my head like all the way down. So in the very back of my head, you could see like the middle of my neck. and it made it look like I had a bald spot. And that was like, yeah, that was the last time Fook cut my hair.
Got it.
It's when that happened. And I'll, like, within the same day when I looked at it, I was thinking in the moment if I should trust Fook to keep cutting my hair. And, that's whenever I switched over to Jovina, coincidentally.
Got you. Got you.
All right. We are 40 Mineronies in. This is going pretty
That's
good.
that is. It, but now what?
I mean, we could always circle back to the original topic of most most shenanigans.
No, because like everything that's like ever interesting in my school days, it's
Yeah.
always in seventh period.
What's the seventh? Oh, yeah, yeah,
Like nothing that interesting happens in my other periods, but there's this one guy. His name's Inya,
yeah.
and think of him as like tall, brown-ish, but like
You were about to
African
say
American,
African American. Yeah, do it.
right?
Okay.
That, right?
Yep.
And like he's very ego-ish,
Hmm.
egotistical when it comes to like weightlifting. So like every time, like you know how sometimes PE comes in to the weight room.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the first person that notices and starts.
And what? He'll just start benching.
No, it's always gonna be like deadlift because like the massive like weight slamming thing.
Oh yeah. So he would
Yeah,
try to.
that gets him the most attention. Right?
Obviously. Yeah.
And then I was talking to the PE people, and then they all said, "Bro, we hate it. We hate it when people do that." It's like really
Well,
because I
yeah.
love it. That's like one of my favorite parts about deadlifting.
Nah, bro.
Personally, I rarely deadlift though. I always squat. Like leg days, squat. My
Yeah.
favorite.
Squatting. I'm pretty sure it's no. Squatting is the best exercise for your quads and your legs.
Not even that. I just like the feeling that whenever I finish the few reps,
Hmm.
I like I like collapse a bit.
Yeah.
And I just like that feeling.
Oh,
Deadlift, I don't like it.
let me make this next segment about fitness and make it make sense a little bit. During summer, last summer, when I was still fat, not like crazy fat like I was back in like sixth, seventh grade, but I was trying to tone it down a little bit because before that, I got sick, like really sick. And I couldn't do basically any physical exercise without almost throwing up. So I gained a good amount of my weight back. I I might have said this in the somewhere in the last few episodes where I cut down so drastically before high school because I didn't want to walk through the doors with my stomach jiggling. I ended up becoming skinny fat because I was cutting down and I was on a major calorie deficit without doing any physical activities. So when I talked to Fook about this, he mentioned that I most likely lost more muscle than fat, anyways. Because when you're on a calorie deficit and you're not disciplined to do anything, you're most likely just gonna mope around all day, anyways. Because you're not gonna have the typical energy you do to do whatever you do in a day. Just like when you're cutting, you're most likely not gonna exactly be pushing the same amount of weight that you normally do compared to when you're bulking or main gaining, which is just keeping your same weight but trying to lower your body fat and up your muscle. And then there's bulking, which is just eat, lift, get strong. So that was a point in my life where I feel like it kind of sucked more than being skinny fat because my arms look super skinny, my calves look super skinny, a good amount of my fat was still in my thighs and around my stomach waist. So whenever I would lean forward, I could physically feel my t-shirt become tighter around my waist, and I would always be self-conscious about people seeing that. Like, my upper body is so skinny and so bony, they look a little bit downwards and they just see this like big bulge of fat. So,
Honestly,
hmm?
for me, I don't really care what people think.
Mm-hmm.
Just 'cause- I mean, like sometimes I do. It depends, but I don't really think that I listen to people if they're
Mm-hmm.
not like decently strong for their weight. If they're not, then I was like, I don't think you have room to talk. But if they do,
Exactly.
their advice and like their things seriously because they know what they're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like a skinny, really skinny person just saying, "Bro, you're so fat." It's like, sure, but you can
Exactly.
also squat and deadlift your bloodline. Like that one Instagram person, like
Yeah.
twins or something.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's always like really nice to look at. Just of how much the bar bends.
Uh-huh. That's like
That's
the argument using, yeah, that's a good point, but I bench more than you. So I'm actually correct. So I can't even use that argument because I only bench 140, and that was like all-time PR. And whenever I reattempted it, I almost died. So I weigh 130. This morning I was 131. So if I ever use that argument, I have to say I'm stronger than you pound for pound, because then I'll just say I bench 10 more pounds than my body weight, and that'll probably win.
do you hit legs?
Yeah, yeah. My cycle is first back and forearms, second day arms, third day legs and abs, fourth day chest and shoulders. And now let me explain that split for anyone that just went, that's weird. Why don't I just do push pull legs? But the only problem with push pull legs is that typically at the end of your push and pull days, that's when you throw in bicep, tricep. So if you just want your arms to become generally bigger, I would recommend having your own arm day. Because if you're always just throwing it in at the end of your workouts on push and pull, you're already so gasted, tired, etc. from whatever you just did. Like, you get what I mean, right?
Yes.
So that was the only annoying part when my cousin that does push pull legs told me why aren't his arms getting stronger. I brought up my schedule again, and I just explained to him like what I'm doing right now is that whatever muscle part you want to get bigger slash stronger, do it first. Like, if you want to keep doing push pull legs, but then you throw in arm workouts first and then everything else behind it, and maybe you switch between that, I mean, go ahead. But what were you talking about, E-Man?
Huh? I'm s- I'm getting mad sleepy, but then I realize I have to go to the gym with my older sister in like an hour.
Yeah.
Uh, right. I didn't realize how much like sleep affected strength until I started like not getting my sleep.
Yeah.
Because me, I always had it that I would sleep 8 hours, 9 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever since summer started, and like I stay up more, a bit more,
Yeah.
and I like have trouble sleeping, and then I wake up, and then I go to the gym like first thing at 12 or so.
Yeah. You go to the gym really early, in my
I used
opinion.
to at 3. That's like that was pretty nice.
Was there just like nobody in the gym or anything?
Yeah, nobody except my middle school football coach, like him and a few others,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember him very well. he was amazing though. Like he was massive. I'm pretty sure he's like a scouter for like Baylor. But
Oh,
yeah,
E-Man, let's talk about your profile picture real quick. Who is this? Hanayama, right? From Baki.
I forgot that was my profile picture now.
Um,
Did a lot because my old profile picture I got identity theft in Discord.
oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool beans.
yeah.
But,
And then people were saying like crazy stuff, but like they were making it think that that was me.
mm-hmm,
So I like did it again, and then eventually they couldn't.
mm-hmm.
Which I had that one like profile picture that I used to have for like years. I don't even remember when I got it, but yeah, for a while. I think since the
Yeah,
start, like 2020.
I get what you're talking about. But my point of bringing your profile picture up is that if anyone wonders what E-Man looks like, that is an
That's
accurate representation of
that's
what E-Man looks like.
yeah, like
Now, I would I would click on your profile and show them, but I completely forgot what I have or what your thing looks like. Let me check it real quick. Um, yeah, it looks good. Okay, this is E-Man's profile. So closer up look, E-Man. Yeah, accurate representation of what E-Man looks like from the back. Pause.
yeah, perfect. By the way, like
Yeah,
fiber for
he's
fiber.
even a 7 foot giant in real life too.
Yeah,
You know, all the girls in the school, they're always following E-Man in the hallways. They're always just
yeah,
asking for his number, you know,
100%.
this and that shenanigans.
Yeah.
Specifically Indian people. I don't even think I would have made that reference if last night I didn't just randomly listen to some of our old episodes. Like that's why I took down episode number 4 cuz I listened and I finally realized why YouTube initially ghost banned, which is basically that YouTube video won't show up on anyone's recommended or search. You have to go to the channel to find it. And I realized why YouTube gave us a strike is because we were genuinely being racist.
Wait, what? I can't remember. Was that the one with Jacob?
Yeah, that was the one with Jacob and Amy. And Amy, I forgot Amy was completely in that episode. And to Jacob, I am so sorry, bro. Because I instantly blamed it on him when Amy initially brought up the topic. What do you hate about races? And then Jacob said, "Oh, I can name that with no problem."
I actually,
So,
that's crazy because like I didn't know who Amy was or what like anything about her during the time of recording that,
uh,
but now entire math class. I was
oh,
like,
yeah,
you're
Amy,
still like halfway through that. That's the same Amy I talked to that.
yeah, Amy was 2 years ahead of us in school. So, I don't know. I finally got to see her when we both started going to the same high school. And I don't know. It was just weird because she was the exact same person that I remember from like way back when I was in 4th grade and stuff. And it was just kind of like, wow, you have not grown a single inch, have you? And she said, yeah, I know. And she said,
I
I'm
want
really tall now, which is
to
weird.
I want to grow to the height of Hanayama.
Yeah, you're gonna become a 7 foot giant of pure muscle, aren't you?
Pretty sure he's like 6 foot.
Nah, just say 7, just round it up.
Yeah, yeah, he's 7.
Yeah, that. Okay, let's be realistic here.
He's 6'3".
No, I was gonna say people trying to achieve a certain look in their body. Number one being maybe height. For people that don't even go to the gym or do any of this or do any of that, I feel like one of the most things they think about when it comes to their body is height. So some people will get bone lengthening surgery, which it's pretty expensive and it's very painful from what I've seen and read when I honestly was considering it. But looking back, I don't know why I was considering it when I haven't even fully developed my body yet. Like even as we're talking, my frontal lobe is like developing, I think. I'm pretty sure your body stops developing mid 20s, something like that. But
That's the, but I'm pretty sure that's like how old you are whenever your regeneration to phase stops or so.
yeah, that's when like an open wound will stay open for like 2 weeks before it starts closing up. But
Yeah,
I saw a few images of people that got the surgery, but they only get it in their legs. So their shin, like yeah, their shin bone and whatever bone where your thigh is gets lengthened, but they don't lengthen their arms. So now it just kind of looks weird. Like if you stand up right now, for example, and you put your arms to your side, it's maybe like right above your knee or a little above your knee. But for them, their arms barely go to like the middle of their thigh. And I feel like that looks so unnatural. But I guess it also makes sense because when you get bone lengthening surgery, you're basically immobilized, especially if you get it in your legs. So I guess, I mean, at that point, you already kind of need a caretaker, because the only thing you can really do by yourself is eat and drink with your arms. But I feel like at that point, you might as well just get it in your arms as well, and just have someone basically babysit you for about a few months.
I may or may not have accidentally left the call. I don't know if it should, but
Wait, what?
nothing.
No, you're cutting out like crazy.
Like I accidentally left the call, but I don't think it left the call.
Oh wait,
I
no,
think
yeah, no, it didn't. I had to
okay.
think about what you just said, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your
Uh,
mic quality's getting worse the farther along this goes in.
okay.
It's okay though. We
Yeah.
we got 13 more minutes ish.
13. Okay.
That'll fly by.
That'll fly. You're right.
I'm not
Exactly.
like I didn't even realize like we're already almost at an hour. Like literally a second ago it felt like it just said 40 and a second before that I was just saying recording.
How's it going? I had to watch back what I used to say just to remember what I say.
Oh,
Like I know there was this one phrase that would say that like the second the recording started, and
yeah.
I couldn't remember it, so I had to watch it back to see what I would say.
I've
But
done
yeah,
that a few times where I rewatch our most current episode, number 19, and I rewatch the first one that's still, well, the first one ever, which is episode 1. That's not even public anymore, so you guys got to go to episode 2 if you want to hear what I'm talking about. But just me saying recording sounds so much different. Like it was
wait,
recording,
what happened?
recording.
What happened to the first few episodes?
I privated them because you know, E-man, I'm trying to give you a college career over here.
Right, right.
So I don't want to get you like put on the wait list or something because they're reviewing your background or whatever.
Do you think they would go that deep though? Like for like
Yes.
university?
Yes. There was a point in time where my Instagram was connected to my YouTube, bro. And I completely forgot about that for a good year. So in the middle of the school year, when I all of a sudden shot up from 50 followers to 300, when I like started making all these new friends, someone pointed out, "Hey Alex, And this is Nathan and Maya, those two people I made friends in PE class. They're like, hey, so we heard about what you said on your podcast. I'm
They
like,
watched it, bro.
no, they didn't watch it. A friend of theirs watched it because he clicked on the link when he was looking at my page. And they said, why did you say this about us? I said, I said, what did I say? What did I say? Because I honestly couldn't remember in the moment. We were in the weight room just sitting talking, and they showed me the clip, and it's when I was talking to you about how easy it is for me to make friends and how I made friends with a gay guy and an Indian girl. And that is the exact line I said, and now I can't forget about it. And I apologized to them like a lot. And I asked them if they wanted me to take it down because without any hesitation, if someone says something and I talk to them about it on here, I don't make people sign an NDA whenever they talk to me or anything. So, whenever anyone points that out to me, I instantly ask them, do they want me to take it down? Because I basically will without a hesitation. Because
You have to.
I kind of, no, not even that I have to. It's just that I kind of feel bad. Because basically, everything that we talk about in these, I instantly forget. And I have to rewatch at least 10 minutes of a segment until I finally remember everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to say this and that, this and that, this and that. And that's basically what I was doing last night. I was just listening to random parts of episodes, thinking, is this going to affect my future in 5 to 10 years? So,
Oh, you can't even take it down. Like, even if you take it down, they'll know.
yeah. Yeah. But those are
Yeah.
only people with like special, I want to say special backgrounds where they have the access to do that. So at least to the public, like basically everybody that's going to watch this, you guys can't see it, losers. Haha. I'm very happy because if anyone clips that, it is going to be really bad for the both of us.
Oh, I think for
Mainly me and the other people that were on here.
yeah.
There was definitely a point in my life where I tried to seem cool. So whatever people talked about, I just included myself in it. For example, episode 4, when I was making up slurs for
Okay,
races.
not do that. That's
Yeah,
not.
I'm not doing it now, obviously. I'm just saying though, I tried to fit in so bad in the past. I did that, and that is honestly such a bad thing. I'm not saying, for example, it's equivalent to peer pressure, but it basically
I,
was in my head. It's just like the stigma. I think that's what it's called, the stigma, when you're
that
hanging around people. Wait, is that right?
I think that's a part of a plant.
A part of the what?
A plant. The stigma.
Same thing. I'm gonna keep using the word like I know what it is. I
That's
think it's a stigma where, for example, in movies and like teen high school movies, whenever they're at a party, everybody's drinking. Oh no, I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. And then they get peer pressured, or not peer pressured, but they just always see these people drinking, and now all of a sudden they want to do it, so they could fit in and etc. So yeah, I think that's what I was. That's what I always used to do, and I'm not even realizing it until right now, saying it out loud, is that I used to try to fit in so bad in the past that I would go along with whatever people were saying or doing, even if it was bad. I'm just happy I still had kind of like self boundaries back then. Still haven't had a first kiss, not a drink of alcohol, not a cigarette, not a vape, not secondhand smoking, none of those shenanigans ever. And
what is secondhand smoking? I forget.
Secondhand smoking is, for example, if someone is smoking next to you, they blow the smoke out and you breathe in the smoke. And you do that for like enjoyment. Secondhand smoking.
I feel like that's sometimes not your fault.
Huh?
I feel like if you accidentally breathe it in, that may not be your fault though.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like, I've done it obviously on accident. Like, in the Asian parts of our area, there's always a group of uncles chain smoking like 10 pack of cigarettes at once, and there's no other way to get to where I want to get without having to walk either through or around them. So I always hit the classic move when I was younger, taking in a bunch of air, holding my breath, and I don't breathe until I'm like way far away from them. And at that point, my face is like super red from not breathing for like 2 minutes. So I'd always tried my best not to. But
I got
I don't think it even counts as secondhand smoking as long as you're not getting an enjoyment out of it. I honestly don't know, and I'm not gonna talk more about it because I don't want to be incorrect. But
you.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
basically it. I all of this, I just realized all of this sidetracked off of a haircut
Huh?
into fitness into the past. Alright, this sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna continue where we left off like 30 minutes ago. And that was I'm finally working out very consistently, and I am proud of myself.
That's good. That's what matters.
I am on day 203.
You
Huh?
nothing.
What'd you say?
You count.
Yeah. At the end of every day, I weigh myself. I do morning weigh-ins, midnight weigh-ins. Like right before I go to sleep, I'm done brushing my teeth. I'm done doing everything. I weigh myself, and then I go to my other Google Doc. I put in day, number, gym, who like if I worked out with anybody, I would put their name, like worked out with, etc. I'd put what I hit, how many grams of protein I did, and then if it was like if something happened that day, I would attach a special note to it. Like
Dear diary.
yeah, basically diary logins, I'm not gonna lie. After day 100, I really locked in and I did my schedule like exactly. I never took any unnecessary rest days, this and that. So I feel like if I talked to younger me when I had all of these big, ambitious fitness goals without doing any of it because I was lazy, and I just showed him my body and how I looked like now, I think I think he'd be happy with it. But I'm not happy with it. I still have side fat. I could always be leaner, have bigger muscles, and always bench more weight. E-man, do you have anything to say before this ends?
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
next episode will be I don't know when, and the next episode will mainly be focused about winter break all the way up to now. I don't know when the next episode is. Don't ask me, and if you don't know me in real life, please don't find me. Um, subscribe, like, put a comment about
Yeah.
our
Oh.
weird. Put a comment if any of the audio sounds weird. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love life. Go work out. Don't kill yourself. Bye bye.
See ya.